Hey everyone, and welcome to cryptojump. In today's video, we'll be talking about Bonfire. But before we get started, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. So let's go ahead and get started. So as I mentioned, we'll be talking about Bonfire right here. We'll be go ahead and look through their website really quickly. So what exactly is Bonfire? So Bonfire is bringing the global community together by building the world's first crypto-based social media network with an ecosystem of decentralized apps powered by its deflationary token. So I don't think I've done a crypto-based social media network coin before. So this is something that's unique about Bonfire. It looks like they'll be creating a social media platform in the future. I think it's a platform, but they'll be having a social media component into their ecosystem, along with, I believe, they'll be having some type of app. I think it's called FireStarter. They're going with a whole fire, obviously Bonfire theme, but we'll take a look at that in a little bit later. But let's go ahead and check out the website. So we just get their front page right here, and as we scroll down, we can see their tokenomics. Their current price is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 zeros, and then 676,598. Once again, I don't know how accurate this is. I don't know how up to date it is. We'll go ahead and check other sites to see what they're listing the current price as. But for now, this is what they have it. They have 334,000 holders. Their liquidity pool is at 12 million, and then their market cap's at 12 billion, and then 12 billion the liquidity pool, and then 40 billion the market cap. Then you could see their volume and then how much their tokens have been burned. And so they do list a few things. So their original supply and how much is burned looks like almost half of it has been burned. And then there is a 10% tax on transactions. Pretty typical. It's very common in a lot of cryptocurrencies now, where they do a 5%. It's distributed to holders every time there is a buy or sell trade action, and then 5% is added to the liquidity. And then profit from holding reward holders with 5% transaction tax, which puts Bonfire directly into your wallet every time someone buys or sells, as I mentioned earlier. We'll go ahead and go through the white paper later, and then go into the roadmap in detail a little bit later as well. So what's new? As I mentioned, they have the official Bonfire app. It's a branded wallet designed especially for integration with their ecosystem. And then they have the FireStarter. So it's a lot. Sorry, I said FireStarter was the app, but it's not the app. FireStarter is the launchpad for vetted ICOs. That's what they'll be building into their ecosystem as well. And then their Bonfire social looks like it will be coming Q4 of this year, 2021. So a few things that they have going on and upcoming in the future. So what else do they have? They'll have a meet the team, which is a little bit more down in their website. So we'll go ahead and look through that in a bit. And then it says it sets itself apart from other projects in the crypto space by providing diverse utility to its deflationary token and incentivizing tokenomics, which encourage users to hold it long term. And then it has passive rewards through token redistribution, and then token utility, which is always good. It's always good when a token has utility and it's not just kind of there for no reason. That way there's a reason for you to hold it and not sell it right away. So how does it work? It says it's inherently deflationary, as they mentioned before. There is a 10% tax on all their transactions. And then, as mentioned earlier, the 5% goes to liquidity and 5% is redistributed to the holders. And how is it different? It seeks to forge a path in the altcoin market by providing a true utility, because a lot of altcoins don't have a utility. You kind of just buy them and just sell them without having a real need or use for it. So this one, they're actually trying to create a launch pad and then trying to create a whole social network type of thing. So they are trying to build a utility to keep holders holding on their token. And it's just some more information about why you should pick Bonfire. You could kind of go ahead and go through these. As mentioned, they're going to be the first crypto social media network. They have an experienced team, a global community, the app ecosystem. It's a trusted token, and then proven tokenomics. And then we have their team. It's always good to see who their actual team is. I mean, it's never a bad thing. Sometimes coins don't list who their team is. They're pretty anonymous. So you can kind of take it as it is, but I do like that they do list who they are, and they provide like their LinkedIn, their ways to contact them. And this is actually a pretty big team. Most teams that I do see are either, 1 to 2 people, usually like the founder and the person who is the developer and who acts as the CTO. Maybe 4. I think I've seen some coins that have 4 people, but here they have actually 9. So they have the CEO, the project director, the head of strategy, the software developer, the design and NFT specialist. So I'm guessing maybe in the future they'll be making NFTs as well as other coins have. They have a creative director, a social media manager, a strategist, and a web developer. So a pretty good team, a well-rounded out team for Bonfire. And so they also have their communities. It's always good to follow Coin's community if you're interested in them. They have 87,000 Twitter followers. I don't know how up to date these numbers are. We'll check on their Twitter and see if they do have 87,000 or if it's more from when they updated this. And then 44,000 Telegram members and then 19,000 Discord members. So it's always good to do your own research when you're looking into coins, see what the community says, but also do external research outside of the community. And if you want to stay up to date, I guess they offer like a newsletter or email update blast. So moving on, let's look at their Bonfire roadmap. So they started in, I believe, April of this year, April 2021. So it starts from Q2 of 2021. You can see what they had on the roadmap for Q2, and then we have Q3. We're currently in Q3, I believe, and then at the end of this year, what they'll be hoping to have, and then they have it until Q1 of 2022. So it looks like something big is happening in Q1. It has a secret project reveal. I wonder what that project is. And it's pretty, I like how they change the font of secret to make it really stand out. Just something, not something crazy, but I think that's cool. And it looks like Q3 they'll have the Fire Swap launch. And then their second Bonfire NFT line drops. It looks like they're trying to find a home, maybe I think they mean by an office. We'll see how that works, since a lot of people have been working remotely. Maybe they won't have an office. And then the Bonfire AR NFT discovery app. So it looks like they're making an NFT app. And then Q4 is when they are trying to launch their social media network as well. So let's go ahead and go on to the white paper. So this is actually version 2 of their white paper. So it looks like they've updated it from the original. It's to include, their description, tokenomics, safety measurements. Safety measurements are always good, and long-term plans. And it says to bookmark it if you want to come back for updates. So as mentioned, it gives you the description of it. It was launched April 18th of 2021. And they have the static reward system. It was pioneered by Reflect.Finance and popularized by SafeMoon, which I'm pretty sure most people are familiar with. So they do a shout out to them. And then they do the Bonfire top 100 token holders. And then obviously they put their token information. Their symbol is symbol Bonfire. So pretty easy, same exact as their name. And then they talk about their automatic liquidity pool, and then the security of security of Bonfire, and what they're trying to do with it. So it's always good to see like how the coin is secure. So this one they have a locked pancake swap liquidity. So that just means Bonfire is permanently locked in the zero address, meaning that all developers cannot pull the rug on the market, and they use pancake swap market will always have liquidity on it. And here's the transaction burn of the liquidity pool. And then they did an ownership renounced. The smart contract has been passed to the zero address, meaning that nobody can change the settings of the contract. So that's pretty good. And then it's also independently audited by Desert Finance. It's always good when a coin's audited. And they hope to work with larger companies that do audits. So QuantStamp and CertiK are a few that they probably want to work with in the future. And we already know why you want to invest in Bonfire. They've mentioned that before. And then this is where they talk a little bit more about FireStarter. It's a launchpad project developed by the Bonfire team. They hope it's the next step in building their ecosystem. And it looks like it's going to provide tools for new projects to reach potential investors through initial coin offerings. So through ICOs and initial decentralized exchange offerings. It's a platform that allows its users to invest in newly established and thoroughly vetted and audited projects in the form of pre-sale with fixed token price. So it kind of sounds like it's trying to help people discover, well, not discover, but it's helping people, find coins by vetting and auditing it to make sure it's like a legit coin and not a rug pull or where there'll be whales or anything like that. So that's pretty awesome that they're trying to do that and, help out the whole cryptocurrency community. I guess that's what you could say. And then here they have the roadmap again. As mentioned, they start in April, so they're only in Q2. You could see what their progress is. They don't have anything completed as of yet, but a couple of these are 100%, but they're still in progress. So they do weekly AMAs and Twitch streams. The faces have been revealed, multiple exchanges. It looks like the Bonfire app, 30% progress. Yeah, I don't know how up to date that is because, on their webpage, they do say that they have the Bonfire app. I don't know if it's officially launched. I'll look more into that. But this is what they have in progress so far. And then in Q3, some more. They obviously, some things aren't in status yet since we're still in the middle of Q3, but they do have a few things. Looks like they are going to start merch as with a lot of other cryptos. They do swag, and it looks like they'll also be doing charity. So kind of interested in what kind of charity they'll be doing. Most tokens do charities that are tied with their name, so if it's like a dog coin, they do a lot of like animal charities. I just did one with Treatify, and they plant trees. So I wonder what Bonfire will do with their charities. And then with Q4, it looks like they are already doing some progress with international marketing campaigns. And then the social media network, as mentioned, will be in Q4. And we have Q1 of 2022. The secret project is revealed and the worldwide marketing campaign. And then a Bonfire. Well, they're planning to have a Bonfire convention. I wonder what they'll be talking about in that. That's pretty cool. I haven't heard of a specific token doing a convention, so that would be fun to see, interesting to see too, how that will go about. And then let's go ahead, and if you're interested, as I mentioned, it's always good to kind of follow the community and see how that is. So this is the Twitter account for Bonfire. It's at Bonfire Token. It looks like they have 85,000 followers, and you can kind of just see what they're doing up to date. The last post they had was 23 hours ago. It looks like they're postponing their project update until July 21st. Let's go ahead and see what that is. So their project director has been unwell. So that's sad. I mean, that's a legit reason. If you're not feeling well, there's things that you can't, there's just some things you can't avoid. And it's kind of nice. It's also a lot of information, but it's kind of nice that they're explaining exactly what happened. They're not just making an excuse like, oh, hey, this is, postponed. Sorry, kind of thing. It's really like, okay, well, this is something that he's been having issues with. So that's pretty, I don't want to say sweet that they're doing that, but it is just nice to kind of keep up to date. I've learned that, it's always good to explain like what's going on with the back end of things rather than just saying like, oh, it's just late for no reason. So that's what they're doing. So that's unfortunately the project update is late. And anything else? So they have any questions for the team. So they are doing like kind of AMAs and answering questions for people who have them. Their community never fails to impress. So they're just showing like what people have submitted, things like that. And then they do have an FAQ section if you're interested in some questions like why do you use PancakeSwap version 1? Why is there a version 1 and 2 of Bonfire? It says they're the same. I did read that, the same. And then why are prices different? Obviously because they're obtaining it from different sources. And then they do also have a blog, but there's not really anything on here. The last update was May 29th, and it looks like it's just one thing. And it just kind of explains what is DeFi. And that's pretty much it. You can kind of look more into it. It's kind of a tutorial. And that's really all that they have on their blog. Hopefully they do more of it, because I think this is a pretty good idea where they are trying to make it accessible to everybody. So they are trying to write articles about cryptocurrency concepts in simple words, because sometimes cryptocurrency could be hard to understand. But if if there's a token out there that's making it easy to understand, people are more inclined to purchase it. And then how to buy Bonfire. This one doesn't give steps, but you can always watch other videos or other tutorials on how to buy it. But it's on the BNB. So you just swap BNB directly, use PancakeSwap version 1, and then you set the slippage to 12%, so you get the right amount. So you have to remember to set the slippage to 12% and to use version 1 of PancakeSwap. And then here we have, another website that shows the price. It's a little bit different, but as they mentioned, they are obtaining the information from other places. So this one has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 zeros and 53838. So it's a little lower than what they're saying on the website, but I mean, it's crypto. It fluctuates all the time. So take it as it is. And we do have like past 30 days to see what their growth is or what their changes are. It looks like they did have a high in July, and then obviously in the beginning of July there was a major dip in all crypto, so that's not too surprising. And then it looks like they've been pretty consistent the last couple of weeks. So if you think it's a good time to buy or not, this isn't financial advice. It's really up to you. The amounts, really what you think. I believe crypto is kind of bouncing back now, so maybe it might be a good time to buy it since it's at a low price right now. So that is Bonfire. If you're interested, go ahead and just take a look at their website, and don't forget to just do more research. Just do extra research on your own if it's something that you want to purchase. So I'll see you on the next video.